Hey YouTube. Well, the headline, yeah, we've seen that many times before, that type of headline, but this video we have not seen many times because it's just been released to the public, and the article says that via a Gateway Pundit, the investigative report on terrorism report, the Islamic Revolution Design House, a media company associated with Iranian hardliners, released an animated video this week of Al-Quds special forces on a hill outside Jerusalem preparing for battle. It shows a soldier putting on a Revolutionary Guard patch and then a Qassam Brigade's headband, followed by a ski mask and a Palestinian scarf around his neck, while arming himself with a machine gun and a pistol, and he puts on his helmet. We see him looking over Jerusalem Temple Mount, home of the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque. And for very good reasons I cannot put this video on my channel, but I can give you the link so you can go watch the video yourself. Because if I put this one on my channel, I'll probably get a copyright strike, and I'm not interested in this. So this is what the frame of the video is, and it's pretty clear to the viewer here what the intent is. And as we know, there is no Arab state which is acknowledging the existence of the state of Israel, and that is an old battle. And as Gil Broussard regarding Planet 7X, he had a senior moment. He couldn't remember which war it would be, but he said that the beginning of Jacob's trouble started on 9/11 2001, and then later we got the false bride, meaning Obama in office, and then he couldn't remember the exact war, but he knew there was a war. We are speaking about Ezekiel 83, and that is the war between Isaac and Ishmael. Isaac is the Hebrew or the Jewish part, and Ishmael is the Arab tribe. And they have been, and that is something that you Westerlings do not understand and will never understand, because you have this deceived idea that these people are peaceful and they are the religion of peace and tolerance, and nothing could be further from the truth, people. Unfortunately, you are deceived. They are not. When they go into a mosque and listen to the Quran, which contains 60% of annihilation of anyone who do not subscribe to the idea that Muhammad is the prophet, and that is the one you need to believe in. And they call you worthy of death if you do not submit to their decree, and that is, you have to become a Muslim. If you do not, you are to be killed. And that's 60% of the Quran. So when they go into their mosque, they come out of the mosque when they're done as murderers, because they're being taught to hate and to kill. That's what the Quran is about. And most of the Quran is actually just stolen parts of our Bible, the Christian Bible, and then it's been twisted around. And you can go do your own research about that. But it's an old feud, and it's thousands of years old, and you do not understand it. God gave the Israelites a piece of land which is theirs. So whatever Israel is doing, we might say, well, couldn't we negotiate about this? But there is no platform for negotiations when you are standing up against a group of people who only have one interest, and that is to kill every single Israelite there is in the state of Israel. But the state of Israel is actually going from Euphrates to the Nile in a giant square. That's their land. God gave them to them way back. That would be around 4,000 years ago. He gave that land to them. It's theirs. And, well, you won't understand it. And you will probably never understand it. But that's the feud. And it's a feud that will never be extinguished. And this laughing, lying sack of poop down here, he is definitely helping the enemy. And it is the enemy, whether you like it or not. You have seen how they are spreading their tentacles all over the world, how much disturbance they're creating all over the world, and demanding politically that we have to submit to their way of life and tolerate anything that they want. Hey, this is America. In America we have certain laws, we have a constitution. Well, it's being trampled upon by this poop of, sack of poop here. But if you choose to go to another country and live in that country, you are to live by the laws of that country. End of story. But they don't see that, these people. They see that they are to go to any nation and invade it, infiltrate it. And wherever they put their carpet for prayer, they claim that as their territory. They demand, and they will demand it with violence, that you are to submit to their way of life and what they want. That's how peaceful and tolerant these people are. And we see it in Europe. We see it in Scandinavia. We see it in Australia. We also are beginning to see that here in America. So the link is there and you can watch this video, and I would take it serious if I was Israel, because they are going to attack, and it's gonna be pretty soon in our way of counting, because again, if you follow the Daniel timeline and you also follow what Yeshua said, he said that this generation shall not pass away until these things has been fulfilled. That is the generation that returned to Israel after World War II, 1947. In 1948 it was officially the State of Israel by UN decree. But in 1947, and that's the date we need to go for. If you follow the Daniel timeline, in the Hebrew way of calculating, 70 weeks is 70 years. If you calculate 70 years plus 1947, you get the year 2017. That's the beginning of the tribulation. The war between Isaac and Ishmael will commence. And that will be the one that leads to the peace treaty. It will also lead to the arrival and the emergence of the so-called Antichrist. Just watch and learn and heed my words. I know I'm correct on this. It won't be before that, but we will experience a lot of stuff which is not nice before that day arrives. We are being tested. And what can I say? Stand tall, stand strong. Turn to Jesus, Yeshua. Believe in Him, trust in Him. Call upon His name and you shall be saved. For by grace are ye saved. It is the gift of God. These people are not being told anything but a lie. They're being told that they're going to get, 27 or 47 virgins as soon as they die. And more martyr death or whatever death they have in warfare. That is what they're being given. And don't that sound a little ridiculous? That's only something Satan would come out and say, to be honest. That's not what Yeshua said to you. He said you will have eternal life. You will be in heaven. with the rest of those souls that goes to heaven. So, whatever you think about me, that's your problem. It's not my problem. Frankly, I couldn't give a damn. I know I'm right on this. And if you care to read the history in the big book, the Bible, you would understand that that's the truth. And nothing but the truth. God bless you. Gateway Pundit, the investigative report on terrorism, reports the Islamic Revolution Design House, a media company associated with Iranian hardliners, released an animated video this week of Al-Quds, a Palestinian scarf around his neck, while arming himself with a machine gun and a pistol, and he puts on his helmet. We see him looking over Jerusalem Temple Mount, home of the Dome of the Rock and Al-Headline. But this video we have not seen many times because it's just been released to the public, and the article says that via special forces on a hill outside Jerusalem preparing for battle. It shows a soldier putting on a Revolutionary Guard patch and then a Qassam Brigade's headband, followed by a ski mask and Hey YouTube, well, the headline, yeah, we've seen that many times before, that type of